Before we continue, please be aware that today's video contains sensitive topics surrounding the loss of mental capacity. While we feel it's important to have these conversations in order to better prepare ourselves and our families for the future, we understand if this is not something you want to hear about. If the subject feels too overwhelming, please feel free to click off for now. And for those who feel comfortable, let's get into today's episode. Hi folks, and welcome back to Everything Estate Planning, where we aim to make the process of estate planning more straightforward and accessible for everyone. I'm Jim from ELM Legal Services, and today we're exploring something that every family needs to know about: lasting powers of attorney, also known as LPAs. None of us like to think about a time when we might lose the ability to make decisions for ourselves. But unfortunately, life doesn't always go as planned, whether it's due to a sudden illness, a stroke, a serious accident, or conditions like dementia or Alzheimer's. Our ability to think clearly or make decisions can be taken away from us without warning. If this happens, the last thing we want is our family to be left uncertain or unsure of how to step in and manage our affairs. Without a lasting power of attorney in place, even if our loved ones know exactly what we would want, they may not have the legal authority to act on our behalf. This could lead to significant delays in making important decisions about our health, finances, or property, causing frustration and stress for everyone involved. In some cases, it may even mean our loved ones having to go through lengthy and costly court proceedings just to gain the legal right to manage our affairs. Setting up lasting powers of attorney ensures that our wishes are respected and our loved ones can act quickly and confidently when we need them most. First of all then, let's quickly break down exactly what a lasting power of attorney is. An LPA is a legal document that allows you to appoint someone you trust, known as an attorney, to make decisions on your behalf if you're unable to do so. It ensures that if you lose the ability to make decisions for yourself, someone you trust will have the legal authority to step in and act in your best interests. There are two main types of LPA. First, we have the Health and Welfare LPA. This type of LPA gives your chosen attorney the power to make decisions about your health and medical care, including things like treatment options and life-sustaining decisions if you're unable to make them yourself. It can also cover decisions about your living arrangements or daily care. Then we have the Property and Financial Affairs LPA. This LPA allows your attorney to manage your finances and property. This could include paying bills, managing bank accounts, selling property, or dealing with your investments, ensuring that your financial matters are taken care of even if you're unable to manage them yourself. Having these in place ensures that if something unexpected happens, your loved ones won't be left scrabbling around for legal authority to make the decisions you would have made. Let's look at an example of what can happen without an LPA in place. Meet Sarah. Sarah had a great life, a loving family and a successful small business. But, like so many of us, she never thought she'd need a lasting power of attorney. Sarah believed her family would just take care of everything if anything ever happened to her. But life had other plans. A few years ago, Sarah was involved in a serious accident that left her unable to make decisions for herself. Unfortunately, Sarah didn't have an LPA in place. Her husband, Tom, thought that because they were married, he could step in and make decisions for her, but he was wrong. Under UK law, even a spouse doesn't have the automatic right to make financial decisions or handle the affairs of a partner who can't make those decisions themselves. So Tom had to go through a lengthy and expensive court process to become Sarah's legal deputy. It took several months, during which time bills piled up and the business started to suffer. But it didn't end there. The court process was stressful for the whole family. They had to pay for legal fees and wait in limbo, not knowing if Sarah's affairs would be properly managed. Tom in the meantime, was overwhelmed with decisions he couldn't make on his own. If Sarah had set up an LPA, Tom could have stepped in immediately without the need for court approval. The delays, costs and stress could have been completely avoided. But because Sarah didn't put safeguards in place, she and her family suffered. Now let's look at Jane, someone who took action early and set up her LPAs well in advance. Jane, in her early 50s, had seen others around her face health issues and knew how important it was to plan ahead. She wasn't planning for anything to happen, but she knew life could change in an instant. So she set up both a Property and Financial Affairs LPA and a Health and Welfare LPA. Now, a few years later, Jane was diagnosed with early stage dementia. It was a tough blow, but because she had taken the step of setting up an LPA, her daughter Emma was able to step in immediately and manage her finances. There was no delay. Emma had legal authority to access Jane's business accounts, pay bills and take care of her mother's property without the need for court intervention. But it wasn't just about finances. Jane had also made sure that Emma could make medical decisions on her behalf, ensuring that Jane's wishes were followed regarding her care. Emma was able to act with clarity and confidence, knowing that she was carrying on her mother's wishes, not facing confusion or conflict. By setting up her LPA early, Jane not only ensured that her business and assets were taken care of, but she also gave Emma the ability to act quickly in a time of need. Jane's foresight prevented the legal struggles and emotional stress that Sarah and Tom had to endure. Jane's story shows us the peace of mind that comes from taking action early. She didn't wait for an emergency to prompt her, she prepared in advance. Let's take a closer look at why lasting powers of attorney are essential for every family in the UK. First, with an LPA in place, your appointed person can step in immediately if you're unable to make decisions for yourself. This means there are no delays or costly court processes to go through. Your chosen person can act on your behalf without hesitation. Having an LPA allows you to choose who will make decisions on your behalf if you're unable to do so. Without an LPA in place, the decision-making process could be handed over to the courts, which may appoint a legal deputy, such as a family member or a professional, but not necessarily the person you would have chosen. By setting up an LPA, you maintain control over who manages your affairs. An LPA helps avoid potential family conflicts as well. Without one, there's a risk that your family may argue over who has the right to act on your behalf. By setting up an LPA, you remove any ambiguity, reducing the chances of disputes. Lastly, knowing that your affairs will be managed by someone you trust based on your wishes brings peace of mind. Your family doesn't need to worry about what to do if something unexpected happens, because they'll know exactly what you would want. At its heart, an LPA is about preparation, not prediction. None of us can foresee what's around the corner, but we can decide how well we're equipped to handle it. Taking this step isn't just a legal formality, it's a sign of care, foresight and responsibility. It sends a clear message to your loved ones. I've thought about you and I want to make things easier, not harder. If that sounds like something worth doing, now is a good time to start. At ELM Legal Services, we make setting up a lasting power of attorney as straightforward as possible. We'll guide you through the entire process, explain the decisions you need to make, and ensure that your LPA is legally sound and properly registered with the Office of the Public Guardian. Simply click the link in the description below to book a free, no obligation consultation with one of our experts, and we'll guide you through the rest. Thank you for joining us today. If you've got any questions or comments, don't hesitate to share them below. We love hearing from you. If you found this video helpful, please give that button a friendly handshake, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Remember, a little planning today can make a big difference tomorrow. So until next time then, stay safe, stay informed and stay tuned.